deeply damaged and in dire need of repairs. And we see artillery once more raining in, trying to prevent the seizure of this central victory point. But no luck, and much too late, as airburst shells once more go off. Certainly devastating had the infantry been there, and we see a martyr moving in, some girders apparently having fallen down upon it, but the driver carries on nonetheless. And now we see the self-propelled artillery moving in. That must have been made some sort of mistake. You'd not move in a self-propelled artillery piece this close, even though it does have a machine gun. It's not really the purpose of the unit, and certainly not the machine gun. That's more of a self-defense measure. And we see indeed the priest moving out again. Not too keen on being too close to all those panthers and martyrs. Martyr hanging out here, not really doing anything. British tanks moving in once more, providing fire support, and looks like the martyr might end up being destroyed if it is not careful. And we see once more Henschel strafing run moving in, a lot of Luftwaffe support for Kampfgruppe Gulcasa. It seems they must be close to the Luftwaffe airbase. And further airburst shells going off. Cromwell knocked out, Cromwell command tank making out there, really suffering any losses. And we see heavy artillery alongside, airburst shells going off everywhere, although not hitting any of the German troops. Although the airburst shells are quite close to knocking out some panzer grenadiers. Another airburst shell, and there were some panzer grenadiers lost in the explosion from above. Quite a lovely animation too. I like it, and I do wish the German actually had something like that. Although both sides were known to use airburst shells, so it's not because the Germans didn't actually use them. But that's another story, I suppose. Lieutenant hiding out behind the barracks, which has by now suffered quite a lot of damage. Roof knocked out in, walls out, and such other damage. Even the administrative building, which has been quite sturdy, is even suffering some structural damage. Fallschirmjäger moving in for the lieutenant. Going to end up burying him if he doesn't get out of there quickly, although he does have some literacy. Airburst shells going in nearby, threatening to take out the Fallschirmjäger, but apparently outside of the range of the artillery, providing the overwatch. Panthers hanging around in the outskirts of things, not moving in though. And we see the British moving for the central victory position, but Panzer Grenadiers and Fallschirmjägers moving in. Cromwell command tank moving in to provide some machine gun support as well. Not going to do a lot, but certainly better than doing nothing at all. Anti-tank grenade missing completely, not doing any damage. Panthers hanging around still. Gulcasa having 1,000 manpower, so perhaps you should get that Panther battle group now. But just get something else, and there we go, Panther battle group called in. Quite exciting, and certainly a lot of Panthers is acquired, and he's certainly not lost the ones he already has, so that's certainly to his advantage. Cromwell command tank going to be wrecked finally now. Panthers forcing the sappers to retreat. Overwatch shells going off on the victory point once more. Not really doing anything though. Perhaps a bit of a waste, and I certainly recommend some more normal artillery on this. Firing at the second martyr. Now the full Panther force is moving in. Opening fire on this third Firefly, knocking out 17-pounder gun. Opening fire on the German tanks. Cruising right through the arc of fire of the 17-pounder gun. Looks like the priest is going to be wrecked. Indeed. Priest blown up and crew flying in all directions. Looks like the 17-pounder gun is the next target for the wrath of the Panthers. Taking shots at it, and the priest still in overwatch, firing off its machine gun, not really going to do anything useful at this stage. 17-pounder gun moving its gun. Not going to do much, and is wrecked by the Panthers. Panthers now switching the sights on the priest, and now the British are out without much support. Only a few infantry troops, sappers, rapiers and such, and a few mortar positions, but they are going to be dealt with swiftly and harshly by the Panthers. And I'd certainly say by this point Fox Battalion has been completely knocked out of the game. Relying a bit too much on artillery, not too much on infantry and other things to actually do something a bit more useful. And certainly too much Overwatch for that matter anyways. Had the advantage, but somehow managed to waste it by not being too aggressive and just trying to hold this point. Anyhow, there we go. The battle is over. The Ruhr district is safe for another day or another hour, while Fox Battalion pulls back to nurse its wound, and Gulcasa's Kampfgruppe to fortify their positions. I hope you enjoyed this match, and if you did, why not subscribe? This is Imperial Dane saying, do remember to use cover.